Welcome to the Matrix Millionaire. My name is Shane, and in today's video, I thought I would just talk with you about the idea of watching a movie and being able to extract business ideas. I found this out the other day when I decided to rewatch The Matrix, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen this movie, dozens of times. And I thought with The Matrix Resurrections coming out in a couple of months would be a good time to basically refresh my memory and watch The Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolutions. So this is kind of interesting because I'm a businessman and I always like learning new tactics, new strategies about business, whether that's sales, email marketing, all this kind of stuff. And then I was watching Matrix one night and some business ideas popped into my head, almost like it was being downloaded from the source, if you will. And without sounding weird, what I'd like to do is just in this video share some of the business principles that I came across. It was basically in plain sight. I couldn't believe it when I was watching the movie. And if you like this type of thing, make sure and of course subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel. Like the video if you like this comment, or if you like this video, if you like anything regarding the Matrix, let me know that in the comments as well. So basically, I don't know if you knew this, but the Matrix actually teaches you how to be a millionaire. It's basically hidden in plain sight. The directors, writers, actors, they're basically teaching us how to become successful right before our very eyes. So in this video, I'm going to share a few of the principles that I've come across and some of the scenes, and you can decide for yourself if this is real. But I tell you, after this video, you won't watch movies the same way, right? So there's a famous quote by Cypher in the movie. First time they meet, Cypher says to Neo, I know what you're thinking, because right now I'm thinking the same thing. Actually, I've been thinking about it ever since I got here. Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill? So, by saying that, normally you think, oh, this is just chit chat. It's part of the script, part of the acting, all this kind of stuff. But when you think of it as a type of code, they're basically teaching us principles, business principles. You might be asking, like, so why would these people want to tell us how to be rich in their movies? Well, two reasons. One is ego, because a lot of them are rich. And the second is the box office. Because really, at the end of the day, only if people with money watch movies, and they tend to watch them over and over again. So they need people to continue to watch movies. If you don't believe me, just listen to a couple of things that I came across. So, for example, what does the red pill, blue pill thing mean? It's really about choice at the end of the day. But the blue pill could also be control or left wing thinking. Red could mean right wing thinking, or blue could be a part of corporations, working for the man. And red signifies independence. Think self employed, making your own choices. So Cyber is basically saying he would rather go work for someone else than be self-employed than to work for himself. He wishes he can go back to his old job and be ignorant of his surroundings, ignorant of being brave enough to try something new. Now, obviously, he doesn't say that in the movie, but that's what's implied. Let's go to another scene. So this is something that Morpheus says to Neo. Neo, sooner or later, you're going to realize, just as I did, that there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. So in this scene, basically we're hit with the idea that it's one thing to know the path, and then there's the other thing is actually walking the path. So it's another way of actually saying, it's one thing to have an education, but it's actually another thing to actually know how to use that education to create wealth. So Morpheus was challenging Neo that enlightenment isn't enough. Neo had to eventually conquer his fears. And that fears, obviously, later will be facing Smith. Maybe Smith could be, if you want to think of cold calling, maybe that's what Agent Smith represents. So if Neil's afraid to face it, maybe he's afraid of cold calling like we are in business. Some people don't like to talk on the phone. Some people don't like to be in front of the camera. So Smith could be this type, could be a salesperson, whatever it is. Maybe it's some type of confrontation. Maybe it's a fear of public speaking. Because really, in the end, the only way to conquer your fear is to face it. Right. So I'll just share with you one more. And there's dozens of scenes like this that all talk about business. So there's one time where Neil first meets Oracle, and she basically tells him, "Don't worry about the vase." And Neil says, "What?" And then turns and then says, basically, Oracle says, "What's really going to bake your noodle later on is, would you still have broken it if I hadn't said anything?" So this time the Oracle is pretending that Neil has a choice, but is really messing with his mind. So in business, it's the same as if you didn't read this ebook. It'd be like, would you have considered the idea of starting your own business? Maybe you've thought about starting your own business, but you're not sure where to start. This is basically what this video is about. I build a business around this model of basically the building blocks from this movie. So sometimes it just takes a little nudge. So that's it for this video. If you like this type of thing, let me know. And feel free to comment. Let me know in the description. If you are interested in more videos like this, let me know that. Give me a thumbs up, like the video. It's my first video, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the movie Matrix from a business perspective. So thanks for watching.